Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas spent with their loved ones, and I wish you all the very best for the new year ahead. We're going to kickstart the new year by making a calla lily. It's a very pretty and a very simple flower to make. It's very easy to make, and then at the end I'll show you how to bunch them together and make them into a little bouquet style. Over here I've got calla lilies already made. And then at the end I will show you how to tie them together and make them into a little bunch. So all the tools and equipment needed for this tutorial will be in the description box below. And now we can begin. I've also pre-dyed my yellow icing. And you don't need a huge amount, so just the size, excuse me, a little bit bigger than a pea. And even this might be a little bit too big actually. So and then all you do is roll it into a ball and then get sort of a teardrop shape by making one side of it a little bit pointy. And then you want to do the middle section. You don't want to make the bottom bit of the bud too thin. So you just want to leave a little bit and then work in the middle area. And then just roll it around in your fingers like so. And there we have our bud. Now for this yellow colour, I've just used a daffodil yellow. And you just want to dip your 20 gauge wire in your sugar glue and insert it into the bud from the bottom base all the way through until you can feel it round about where the pointy area is of the bud. You don't want to poke it right through. And then once you've done that, you can by all means just roll it in your palm just to get that shape again. And then just make sure it's straight. And that's your bud. Now I'm going to put this one to the side and pick up the one that's already dried. And you need to leave that to dry for 24 hours before using it. And with the one that's already dried, I'm just going to coat it with some sugar glue all the way to the top. And then I'm just going to get a spoon and get the gelatine and just apply it over the bud, covering it all. And be sure to shake off all the extra gelatine. And then once you've done that, you'll notice it looks like this. And that should dry within a minute or two. And just put that to the side, and then I've already pre-cut my petal here. And for this, I'm going to be using this multi-purpose veiner. I'm just going to pop it in and press down really firmly. Sometimes you may need to even stand up just to get it done properly. until it veins the whole petal. Like so. And then you want to get the small end of your ball tool and you just want to very lightly thin the edges. You don't want to put too much pressure onto this, as the calla lily itself is not that frilly or not that frilled, but you just want to lightly thin the edges just to make them a tad bit ruffly. And you definitely want to do that pointy little bit at the end. Then once you've done that, you want to get your cone. You want to wrap it round and you want to make sure the base of the petal is as tight as possible. And then once you've got that round, wrap it round, one side underneath and the other side keep wrapping it around to the top, and then you just want to glue that little tip down at the edge and just stick that. Like so. So I've just tucked that side underneath and I've overlapped it with that side. Then what I would do is hold the cone and just flip back the edges of the petal, going all the way around. And you want to do the little bit that's overlapped as well. Then keep going and doing the same to the other side. And then you would leave that to dry a little so it's able to hold its shape for about 5 to 10 minutes. This one has had a chance to slightly dry. And I am just going to grab the bud that's coated with the gel, veggie gel, the pollen. I'm just going to apply some glue to the base of the bud and just insert that through here. So it goes in the middle, and then you turn it upside down, and as you can see, the bud is not able to come through. I've only left a tiny little bit, so I'm able to just push the sides of the petal together and close it. Like so. And then once that's done, you want to leave that to dry upside down until it's fully dried. Once that's dried, you would have a calla lily that looks like this. And I'm now just going to show you how I would tie them together to make them into a nice little bouquet. And for this you'd need some floral tape. And you just want to start by cutting the tape in half. And then start by wrapping one. If you've got white wires, then you really want to cover all the wires with the floral tape first. So now that I've covered all the white wires, I'm just going to show you if you wanted to add a little bit of green to the base of the flower. And I'm just going to use some apple green and a rounded sort of a brush, and I'm just going to grab a tiny bit, and you just want to work your way up from the bud, and you do want to go a little bit dark. Like so. Then I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of them too, and then we'll come back and tie them together. So now that I've done the bottom bits of the flowers, I'm now going to put them together and show you exactly how it's done. So you first get 2 flowers and just put them as close as you possibly can together. But be careful, you don't want to put them 2 together so they end up breaking, because they are pretty hard now. And a common mistake I see people making is when tying flowers together, they want to tie both of them together like so. That is possible, but it would sort of be very, very difficult. So what I usually tend to do is to start tying them a little bit further down. You first want to get 2 flowers and just tie them with floral tape. Be sure to remember to stretch the tape to release the glue, and then just wrap it round as tightly as possible. And then you want to keep going and adding more flowers. Oops. I've done that several times when tying flowers together. And then you just want to keep adding 1 flower at a time, and then just tying them. Now don't worry about which way the flowers are facing, because that doesn't really matter. So if you want to make them into sprays or bouquets, then you really do want to make the stem a little bit longer than the usual. And then you just want to keep going and adding the remaining flowers. Once you've added all the flowers and tied them together, you want to bring the floral tape all the way down to the bottom. And you can even add some foliage if you wanted to, some greenery from the calla lily leaves. Just make them on wires and add them into the bouquet, as we've done here with the lilies. And there we go. There we have our little calla lily bouquet. You can by all means just sort of move them about as to how you want to position them, but just be very careful when moving. That's another reason why you tie them a little bit further down, is so you're able to move them about if you wanted. And there we have our beautiful calla lily bouquet. Now you can make this into a spray form, and you could even have them individually with leaves and just individual stems, or you could have them like this in a bouquet. And you can also have them facing the same direction. I've just done a mix and match because I find that they look they resemble more real life flowers once they're facing all directions, different directions. And I've also used 2 different types of veiners. One, I've used the peony veiner, and for some that I've just used now, I've used the multi-purpose leaf veiner. So you can use whichever veiner you want, as long as they give you the little imprint of the lines that you can see here. And now I'm just going to put this to one side. That'll be all for today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, guys. Please be sure to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel for more videos. If you subscribe, you'll receive notifications when new videos get updated. Once again, I wish you all the best for the new year ahead, and thank you for watching.